guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here, as always, to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today, guys, we have to mention many things. It's less than 2 weeks to go to the end of the transfer window, and so let's jump into it together. And guys, movements are never stopping on the market. We enter into an important Tuesday, starting with Manchester United pushing Jadon Sancho to find a solution as soon as possible. Sancho and Roma deal was on for £20 million. Then Jadon Sancho on Monday said no to that possibility. Let's see, because now Manchester United are really pushing the player to find a solution as soon as possible. For Man United, there are some players who are completely out of the squad. Internally, they describe that as a bomb squad, those who are completely out of the project. Jadon Sancho, Anthony, Betis are still interested, but there could be other clubs. Then Alejandro Garnacho, who is expected to join Chelsea this summer. So many players who are not part of the project, including also Tyrell Malacia. For him, Roma and Besiktas are the two clubs interested, but for sure at Manchester United there is movement for these players, because it's going to be important to find new solutions on the market. For Sancho, Man United have been clear with the player. They want a solution as soon as possible. They want Jadon to go, also because his salary is a big part of the financial fair play position for Manchester United, and so it's going to be important to see what's going to happen there for sure, as Man United were really ready and prepared to welcome £20 million along with an obligation to buy almost guaranteed from Roma. Discussing about other clubs, it's important to go on the other side of Manchester, where Manchester City are still optimistic to get a deal done for Donnarumma. Let me clarify one thing. As of today, it's Tuesday, Manchester United have not moved for Gianluigi Donnarumma. I keep receiving many questions on Donnarumma and United, but at the moment United are just aware of the situation. Man United took information on what happened between PSG and Donnarumma, and Man United took information on the salary of the player, more than 10 million euros plus add-ons net per season. Donnarumma joined on a free from Milan to Paris Saint-Germain in 2021, but also important to say Manchester United didn't call to start a negotiation, didn't approach Paris Saint-Germain, so at the moment Man United haven't moved for Donnarumma. If they will do so, I will let you know, don't worry, we're here every day, but at the moment Man United are still quiet on that one. Manchester City remain in talks with Paris Saint-Germain and with the agents of Donnarumma. Gigio is very keen on a move to Manchester City, the personal terms are not a problem, but now the story still depends on Ederson. Still conversations ongoing with Galatasaray, Manchester City are patiently waiting, but for sure that story remains on, with Man United at the moment still going quiet. Staying on the other side of Manchester and entering into a domino, it also touches London and Madrid. Manchester City at the moment are still not accepting Tottenham proposals for Savinho. I keep receiving many questions saying, is the story over? Is the deal off? Look guys, as of today, there is someone specific, very important, at Manchester City blocking the deal for Savinho to Tottenham. The player is keen on a move to Tottenham, but the player is not breaking his relationship with Manchester City. So the player is kind of positioned like, okay, if I can go to Tottenham, I'm happy, because Thomas Frank wants to make him one of the faces of the project, because he could play on a regular basis. So Savinho would like to go to Tottenham, but Savinho is not like Tottenham or nothing. It's not that sort of situation. So Savinho is still respecting City, and there is someone in the management of Manchester City, in the board of Manchester City, with a strong desire to keep the player, probably also because we all saw what happened with Cole Palmer. Man City did fantastic these years in terms of transfer strategy, signings, sales and all the rest, but Cole Palmer to Chelsea remains something that is still in the eyes of people at Manchester City, no? When you let a young player go, Cole Palmer goes to Chelsea, becomes a fantastic player, and so maybe it was a lost opportunity. For Savinho, there is someone at Man City believing that could be the same case. Savinho is still very young, did quite well in the first season at Manchester City, still a lot of potential, a lot to develop, and so maybe someone at the club, from what I'm hearing, is still saying, wait, before selling Savinho, he can still develop here. So let's see what happens. Tottenham don't want to give up, Tottenham still want to try, that's what I can tell you today, but at the moment, still no green light from Manchester City. Let's see if they can reach an agreement. Obviously, if Savinho is not going to Tottenham, Manchester City are not going for Rodrygo. So the Rodrygo-Manchester City story completely, and this is the case since day one of this story, depends on Savinho. If Savinho goes to Tottenham, Rodrygo is the top target for Man City. No Aklush, no Xavi Simons, not true. The only thing is Rodrygo. But at the moment, still no green light for Savinho. And so, this is in Manchester City hands, in Tottenham hands, and in Real Madrid hands, because it's easy to come here and talk about Rodrygo in Manchester City, but then you have to approach Real Madrid, make a bid, reach an agreement, at least 100 million euros, convince the player who is very happy at Real Madrid, loves Real Madrid. I always told you that. So Rodrygo is not desperate to leave Real Madrid. Rodrygo is not asking to leave Real Madrid. So at the moment, nothing has happened between all these parties because for Savinho, there is still no green light. So let's wait and let's see what's going to happen. Tottenham keep working on Eberechieze. As I told you, a direct meeting took place on Monday. Daniel Levy and Steve Parish, chairman of Tottenham, chairman of Crystal Palace, £55 million plus 5 in adults on the table, trying to reach the agreement after Eberechieze informed Crystal Palace last week about his desire to go to Tottenham Hotspur, play Champions League football. Eze really wants to go after winning 2 titles, the first 2 in the history of Crystal Palace. He believes can be the moment to go play Champions League and have the opportunity of his life. Then guys, for Arsenal, still some efforts from Porto for Jakub Kiwior. They wanted the player already in July, they want to try again, so Kiwior remains in the list of Porto. Arsenal already rejected the bid. For Arsenal, Kiwior is an important player, so important proposal or nothing. Also because in that case, they would maybe require a replacement. If Kiwior or Zinchenko leaves, Arsenal could look for a replacement in the final weeks of the window, so let's see what's going to happen there. And then guys, the big case of Alexander Isak. What I can tell you guys is that Newcastle got again a strong message from the player. Newcastle these weeks, July, August, always tried to approach Alexander Isak, always tried to say, are you sure there is not even one single way to continue together? They even offered him a new contract with a record salary for the club, but also with an exit clause to let the player go in 2026. Alexander Isak again is saying no chance. Alexander Isak has no intention to change his mind. Those close to Alexander Isak maintain the same position. Only Liverpool Football Club. Only waiting for the next steps on this story. Obviously, Newcastle need a replacement, maybe 2 strikers. We know the Vissa situation at Brentford. At the moment, Brentford are still blocking Vissa, but Newcastle remain confident on receiving a green light for Vissa from Brentford, and then to find a new striker because they would need a proper number 9 in order to give the green light for Isak. What's Liverpool position, guys? Very silent, very quiet, but not sleeping on this one. Liverpool are ready to bid again for Isak. I keep repeating that since July, and that's my position. Liverpool, if Newcastle will open doors, will be very ready with a new proposal. Forget about Liverpool not bidding. They will be very ready. They are very ready, and this is very clear after it's almost 10 days since this story is entering its really hot stages, and Liverpool never approached any other striker. Liverpool never called any other striker as of today. Then if it changes tonight or tomorrow, I will let you know. But Liverpool didn't approach any other striker, only Alexander Isak. And so the focus is very clear, waiting to see what's going to happen with Newcastle. But the player is very clear, the club is very clear, and so just waiting to be together as soon as possible. And so guys, let me know your thoughts on all these stories. As usual, we enter in the final days, and so many news. Let me know about Sancho, Savinho, Eze, Isak, Rodrygo, Donnarumma, Jakub Kiwior. So many things to discuss. Remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and see you soon here on the channel every day with Fabrizio. Ciao.